Muslim, Christian, Jew, Hindu, Buddhist, and atheist one too. And all in between. This is for the absolute positive, good God and truth of you, only crossing bigger and better. You know, prior to age 33, I was brought into a world that was static to me. It was twisted to me. It was scattered to me. It was undefined to me, right? And it seemed like it always came up short on being good as true to me as the reality check of the bigger and better of my life, And it bothered me. It bothered me because from the time I was 3 years old, man, I only looked up into all of existence, man, with a positive perspective. You know what I mean? I didn't know it then that's what I had, but I knew that from the first time I could remember seeing my mother, that what she had on her was a nurturing, loving spirit. And I knew that was bigger and better than any kind of negativity, right? For me, okay? And I could identify that feeling because, like I said, I lived in a faithfully undefined world, so I didn't know it was just, the positive, good God and truth of all I am, right? Only establishing itself to the bigger and better of all negativity as the nurturer of the world. And even when my mother wasn't there, it wasn't there for my mother. It was all I seeked in all things creation of existence to reality check, as you can see. Well, to make a long story short, right, I learned over the years, as I was slowly, I suspect, committing suicide to the reality check of my faith being nothing, because I didn't have faith to begin with, but I didn't know what the good God and truth of me was, so that's all that was there, you see. And that's why I could tell you, if you don't know to be more positive than negative always, that will only add you up, will only add you up good as truth. The only way you can stay or be good as truth to an absolute bigger, better view here now, you won't. You see? And what it does is it causes you to live a static, twisted, scattered, undefined life that you don't know why it is not coming up good for you as truth to the absolute bigger and better view, man. You see? Oh, man, it's crazy. So, anyways, the devil come on me as I was being established by God as truth, and as I was coming to life, right? They say I was dying. I was coming to life because I wasn't going to die for nothing. You hear me? I yelled out, I just want to be good. Oh God, I just want to be good. And I said to myself, no matter who you are, where you are, no matter what's going on, I just want to be good. That's the truth. And next thing I know, and I could feel myself dying, man. I could feel my flesh, my soul, my spirit, man. It was all dying, you see. Next thing I know, I had that devil come up on me. You might as well pray to the devil. No, man, no. Homie, don't play that shit. Not intentionally, you hear me? No. Now, I might have been blindsided and fooled to the fucking devil, but I'll be damned if I'm going to pray to him, and I'll be damned if I'm going to be good with anything as truth. And I never did negative, because I ain't did nothing evil, and I ain't did nothing bad. You see? So I told him to go fuck himself, you hear me? And in reality check, he was dickless and he couldn't even do that. So let me tell you something, man. You hear me? I want to explain something to you. Listen to me, world. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you, man. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Shit. When I did that, right? I said to myself, I'd rather die than have to be a person, right? That wants to go and do something negative, wants to go and do evil, because at the time I didn't have that negative articulation to know what the hell was going on. But I knew I wasn't no evil person. You hear me? So I'd rather die than be that way. You know, look, that's the death, decay, disintegration, hateful way every fool ever killed out that way, I suspect. You know. So get behind me, devil, get away from me, whatever the fuck you gonna do. Go on, because I ain't gonna die today. I'm blind full of you. You hear me? That's real, you see? And that day will never come, you know. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Every since that day, right, I just only been more focused on discovering, man, you know, the reality check of who I am and what I need to do, man, to overcome this foolish way of existence, man, that's coming up short on not just me, but all God, truth reality check at any time, man. Destroying us to one neutral nothing, you know. I threw a post out yesterday, man, checking Russia, checking Israel, checking the UN and all their friends, and checking the CIA, man. Come on, man. These gamey people, they're gamey and they're liars and they're cowards. They're gamey, lying cowards. But here's what they know, and I do too, because I told them it. And they also know it from their experiments. Anything, right, that is more positively charged as its matter, okay, right? Really, they know this. It's stated good as truth, okay? But anything that isn't, okay, it's neutronic. Now, why does that matter? Okay. Well, it matters because if the neutrons of you isn't being overwhelmed by the positive charge of you always, right, to keep you good as truth, right, to an absolute bigger, better of you here now, you're not. You are a suspect. You are all the way suspect, okay? But this is the reason why I exist, and these fools are just going to die of it if they don't change. The more positive you are, right, okay, the less matter you are, okay? These fools are antichrist with matter. They're ape shit crazy for matter. That is a negative, okay? That is a negative. Listen, look around, world, that is a negative, okay? I am an antibody of matter, of Mother Earth, okay? More positive light than I am matter with my energy. Now, anything that can destroy anything, okay, it has to destroy its matter, okay? And if it destroys its matter, it destroys its light, okay? Because if there's no matter there, right, there's no light of it being projected, okay? That's why they want to keep me in the dark, you see? But I'm telling them, and I'm telling you, world, I'm not in the dark. Listen to me. There's not a bomb they can drop. There's not a bullet they can shoot. There's not a place they can go that is safer than where I exist. Just like with Hiroshima. When they dropped them bombs, they was always survivors. And them survivors were only one way. One more positive. Good as the truthfully shaped form of mass. Bigger and better than any neutronic negativity that could kill them. Well, how were they that way if they died in the future? Because in that moment, right, to the here and now of them, that was their state of being. Okay? And that's the reality check of them, okay? You can't kill something that's more positively charged than a negative matter, okay? That state's good everywhere, okay? That's the only way you can add up, state, or be good as truth. And the reason why they died of it eventually in the future, you know, either they grew old or whatever, is because they didn't know to always stay one more positive than all negativity. Good as the truth of their matter. Bigger and better than any negativity they can destroy. And that's the reality check of this leadership around the world. And the longer they try to keep me in the dark, and the longer they try and try and justify, man, right? Killing these babies. Man, I'm going to say this to Netanyahu, right? I'm going to say this directly to you, right? Because you run that faithful leader. You are the head of that faithful leadership of articulation over there, man. I just seen seven kids in a house, man. And everything around them's blew up. And this little, maybe 10-year-old boy, I don't know what he is, man. He's taking care of all his brothers and sisters. And you say that's okay. You say that's okay because they come over and butchered and slaughtered your people. Is that okay? Is that fucking okay? Was it okay for them to go over there and butcher and slaughter your people? Is it okay to blow their frickin' babies up in justification, man? Half of that country was underage when you started. How much of it is underage now? What are you doing to them kids, man? You bastard. You bastard and anybody that follows you, man. You know? And I ain't taking up with Islam. You never heard me say anything about Islam. And the reason why I don't say anything about Islam is because I don't want to start nothing, right? That will have already a world of people, right? Enraged without having proven truth behind it. Just like your faith. Islam's faith is trash. You hear me? It's trash. It's fucking trash. You hear me? It's trash. You pray to Mecca all you want. You pray to that Allah God all you want. But it's not the Allah of all for everlasting peace I am. It's not the good God and truth of the man up of all I am. Because you don't only go do one more positive and all negativity. You quit treating them women like that, man. You hear me? You Taliban anybody who didn't. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking wrong with you guys. You backwards as fuck. You hear me? It's real. Listen. Love your neighbor, man. Like you love yourself, man. Joe Biden, you're trash, man. You're trash. Hey, I ain't throwing Trump under no presidential fucking ways because he's trash too. All your faith is trash. It's just trash. You're trash. Your lives are trash and they're crumbling around you. And until you come and get at me, man, right? This is the state of affairs on you in this world. Static, twisted, scattered, blind, and fucking out your minds, man. Devilishly delusional, nutty, fruity bushwhackers on all God, truth reality check. You hear me? And all that you are, right, is in a constant state of decay and disintegration, man, a negative way. Over in this country, in America, right, we got the highest percentage of people, man, locked up anywhere in the world, man. As an industry, you hear me? As an industry, these police need to make money. They gotta support their families. These lawyers, these judges, these clerks, right? They all got to make money. They all got to support their families. So somebody's got to be the fucking bad guy when I tell you to cross one more positive than negative, right? Is the bad way and the neutral. Nothing of you. But you know, somebody's got to be the bad guy. See? Somebody got to be that guy. Because they're unevolved cowards. See? They have no good judgment. Because all good judgment, right, will tell you to your face, you're unevolved cowards. You need to go do something more positive than the negatives of that. Not only produce your people good as truth. You're to the absolute bigger, better of the here and now of you. All you fucks. Every one of you. And until you do it, you'll only be destroyed to the bigger, better, good God and truth of all I am, man. For it. Static, twisted, scattered, blind, and undefined, and out your minds. And you will come up missing for it at any time. If you don't like what I say, man, like I said, man, you know, we put this to the test. Because you will lose. I don't serve no devils. That's a fact of God check. That's God. That's truth. That's a reality check. For the full thief man, God, King, Adam man first evolved, the triple male of all I am. The state of one positive from the inside out is the only light, joy, warmth, good God, or truth. Holy Spirit for everlasting peace, all of all will ever know or be. It's the state that all of all in body and matter of their circuitry is stated good to the truth of their shape, form, mass, only crossing to an absolute bigger, better of them here and now in reality check. To the good truth of their bonding atoms of shape, form, and mass. The state of one more positive, right? When two or more atoms cross and bond, one more positive than all of all negativity, Christ-like, they make not only the good truth of every shape, form, mass you can think of, but every dimension of time and space you can think of, and every shape, form, mass of the God, of Allah, of all, for everlasting peace I am. The absolute good truth of the articulation of the life of Jesus Christ, one who is only absolutely bigger and better than all of all faithful negativity. The thieving Holy Spirit out, good God and truth of all reality check of the man up. Steal your lies back with it, fools, of all I am. Don't crisscross, static, twisted, scattered, blinding, undefined, man, with negativity. Devilishly delusional, nutty, fruity, hallucinating, bushwhacking snakes of a suicidal way. You hear me? If Adam would have crossed Eve, back one more positive, always, bigger and better than all of all negativity of her, right? That's all of all we'd ever be. But instead, he acted like a nutty, fruity, bushwhacking snake on his reality, with the faith of her less evolved than what he should have been. Always good as truth, right? Indestructible, made by God to never be destroyed. The man up, good God and truth of the king of all reality check I am. And like I said, if you ever, any of you, want to put it to the test, come get some. That's a fact of God check. That's God. That's truth. That's a reality check. Peace.